Hello everyone, my name is Svetlana Isakova. I'm a developer advocate at JetBrains. In this video, I'm going to talk about new sealed interfaces functionality in Kotlin 1.5 and about other improvements for sealed classes. First, let's have a brief reminder about sealed classes. A sealed modifier on the class restricts a class hierarchy to given subclasses. It then allows performing exhaustive when checks. No need to add the else branch. The compiler automatically checks that all the classes are present. If you add a new subclass, such when check becomes an error, so the compiler makes you update the usages. In Kotlin 1.4, sealed classes come with two sometimes annoying constraints. You can define a sealed interface, and all the subclasses should be located in the same file. When your class logic begins to expand, it's quite inconvenient to keep all of them in the same file. Kotlin 1.5 fixes both these constraints. First, sealed interfaces are going to be introduced. Second, all the subclasses should be located in the same package and the same compilation unit, which means they can be in different files. A sealed interface, like a sealed class, is useful to define an algebraic data type hierarchies. One class now can implement two different sealed interfaces and be used for exhaustive checks for two different hierarchies. Sometimes it can be useful. Another use case when a sealed interface becomes really handy is constraining implementations of an interface to the library only. Since all the subclasses should be located in the same compilation unit, it automatically means they could only be defined inside this library. For example, if we define an interface job from the Kotlin X coroutines package as sealed, that will forbid extending it outside the library. It was always an intention, but it was impossible to restrict it by the compiler before. Let's talk about support for sealed classes and interfaces in the latest JVM versions and how Kotlin is going to make use of it. Sealed classes are supported in Java 15 and 16 and on JVM as a preview feature. In Java, you explicitly list all the subclasses of the given sealed class or interface after the permits keyword. JVM recognizes sealed classes at runtime. Permitted subclasses of a given class are stored in a new attribute in the class file. The name of this attribute can still be changed. Thanks to this information stored in a class file, JVM can check whether a given subclass is allowed, whether it's listed in the permits list. JVM therefore forbids not authorized subclasses. You can define a new one not mentioned in the superclass permits list. In the future, Kotlin will use this new JVM support for sealed classes and interfaces. It will generate a permitted subclasses list in the bytecode to enable the underlying JVM checks. In Kotlin, you don't need to specify explicitly the subclasses. The compiler can infer this information from the declared subclasses in the same package and generate the corresponding list under the hood. If you would like to have a similar explicit list as an optional specification, please share your use cases and the reasons why you miss this functionality. It can impact the priority and necessity of such a feature. Don't define mixed Kotlin and Java sealed hierarchies. Kotlin compiler won't know about Java subclasses. At the moment, Java class can't implement Kotlin sealed class, but can implement Kotlin sealed interface. So don't do it. In the future, with the new JVM support, it will be forbidden. Java class will be considered as an illegal subclass to Kotlin interface. For now, we'll add ID warnings to prevent doing it by accident. To learn more details about sealed interfaces, please check our blog and the documentation. You can also find the discussion about this feature in UTrack. Thank you for your attention, and let's Kotlin!